You must be here because you enjoy playing the Necromancer class in Diablo 4. At the end of this video, you will be wiser and smarter, which is the greater accomplishment. The significant difference outcome will accompany you in your Diablo 4 journey, not only to the extent you will know how to handle your Diablo 4 experience better, but also how and what to use to overcome it by simply playing. Greetings, Master Necromancer Zeiss here with another Diablo 4 video continuing the Becoming the Necromancer series. There is something I would like to share with you right now that I'm not really proud of or anything, but I get asked a lot and this will help you understand why I approach things the way I do and how I got my current Diablo 4 Necromancer class character where it is today. Simply put, why I consider I have a working build all the time, no matter what. I got to know my class well because I'm fond of the arts outside of gaming too. See? Dark t-shirt, dark arts, right? But what is rather important is the human in your field of existence rather than the projected phenomenon, or how much and the means that is perceived by your environment as it may be merely a reflection of the current state of understanding, which is pathetic. This channel's content is mostly focused on live streaming rather than anything else, because when I grew up to form this magnificent individual, at some point there were like PC clubs, internet cafes, and there was always someone playing the game and a bunch of people around them discussing the gameplay or whatever. Remember that ancient time? Do you see how this experience evolved or was rather revolutionized to what it is today? Both statements may be true. Good. Now, let's see how what you just realized will aid in the topic of this video about the Necromancer class in Diablo 4. I got to know my class, not a particular build, by simply playing, and lore gives me a reason to go enter combat and defeat enemies, so any loot that I find, I know exactly what to look for, use, what to craft, upgrade, or how to modify my skill points and paragon board based on it without wasting much time, though I'm not rushing at all, while also keeping it fun to the extent where even one of my streams was about 36 hours straight. And I had to stop because of technical issues, not because I wanted to. Hmm. So pick the core skill to your liking and basic skill to support it, and everything else spirals its way out based on preference, need, content to be cleared, among other things, RNG. It is how this game is designed, and what you can get is a new meta every week or so. So why stick around with a build? I'm sure you will have greater fun if you drop the narrow-mindedness of a build and understand your class instead. Feel free to respec as much as needed, especially like early on while it is still cheap, so you can easily find what you're comfortable with. This is how I ended up with I'm using right now. For now, I could share seasonal hardcore is enjoyable and no blood mist is required. You have the elixir of dead evasion, scroll of escape, and curative elixir. Getting to know the systems and dangers of the game is key. Appears it is not much different than IRL, right? So, how are you handling your game experience? Maybe not much different, don't you think? Did I just made you pause this video thinking to yourself in words? Alright, enough of this BS. Let's cut to the chase. Play the game, understand the vision, the changes, and act accordingly. Balance your utility and resource with mobility, and then defenses and offensive aspects. It's a game, and things change, and it may not be perfect. I separate the game to stages: early, mid, late, end, while endgame is where the actual work begins and different paths could be focused on and taken. I'm going to address each of these in separate episodes to come. Let's do some quick overview of the previous episodes. I'm not saying Like, I came up with this stuff, but it all came natural, you know? In episode 1, we were discussing Necromancer mindset and that sigils should be used on other events, not just dungeons, and like other content, not just dungeons. And what is happening now? Many turn to nightmare dungeons, repetitively run strongholds and world bosses, and want them to be more challenging without realizing the problems, especially in character and renown progression it may introduce. Huh. Discussed the lack of podcasts, and now there's podcasts every week, no? Okay, in episode 2 we were discussing mobility and speed, and now everybody uses movement speed on their boots and amulets and to have a faster clear, huh? How there are even videos about this in particular out there? No, even mine. Okay, in episode 3 we discussed offense and defense, and there are now even theories on how armor works, when it should become effective, and how damage reduction affects it. Huh, really important stuff. Maybe if you paid attention to the developer live streams, you would already know this, so not gonna discuss it much. In episode 4, we were discussing Bloodlance nerf and how, and now YouTube is full of ideas of how to use Bloodlance and different blood builds and all that, and they're more survivable and stuff. Huh, interesting. In episode 5, we were discussing the build guides problem, and now the internet is full of build guides to waste your time with instead of actually playing, and it's hard for you to get things done because you don't play as much and lack the experience and skill because you're looking at build guides, not playing the game, right? Because you are flooded by this information out there, huh? Something ring a bell? Discussing the season in advance and how the changes may produce even more broken builds. And now every day there are tons of new videos about exactly those broken builds. Huh. Master Necromancer Zeiss must have been onto something. Remember, Necromancer thinking, not gamer thinking. Wiser rather than smarter. You have a problem with your Necromancer? Try to solve it. Shoot questions in the comments below, like my related videos, or ask when I stream live, which for now, for this game is pretty much every day. So join the community. Should I keep making such videos? Are they interesting to you, or you want the straight to the point, do this and this will happen, and that will happen guide kind of thing? Let me know. See you on my next live stream or video. Master Necromancer Zeiss out.